I'm really excited to talk about this beautiful 2012 Infiniti M37. Definitely a classic Infiniti model. This particular example has 102,484 miles. It's a one-owner vehicle. We actually purchased it from the original owner. She serviced the vehicle quite often with our service department. Recently, I had a little bit more of a costlier repair that just for her was just something that she didn't want to pay for an older vehicle like this. So we negotiated, we bought it from her, and we performed the repairs and put it through our service department. So now we have a beautiful 2012 Infiniti M37 of 102,000 miles, which is not that bad. You know, most people average 10,000-12,000 miles a year. This vehicle is about 11 years old, so 102,000 miles is probably a little bit below average. Beautiful shape inside and out, and of course it's been serviced and checked by Infiniti certified techs. Who better to buy a pre-owned Infiniti from than a new Infiniti retailer like us? The Infiniti M Series is a great proposition if you're looking for a pre-owned Infiniti or a pre-owned luxury vehicle. It's built and assembled in Japan. We've seen many of these things come through our service department. They've been proven to be very reliable, very robust vehicles. I'm sure once this video populates enough on YouTube, we'll have people commenting about their own experiences with their Infiniti M's. Generally, whenever I post videos like this, we usually get the fan club rolling, and all the people talk about their examples of an M with 200,000 miles on it, still running great. And obviously, it's not set in stone. But if you want to buy a pre-owned luxury vehicle that you want to go to 200,000+ miles, there's nothing set in stone. But I think you have a pretty good chance in this one. You have an amazing engine. With Japanese build quality. Like I said, these have been proven to be very robust, very reliable vehicles. I have an F37, which is basically a crossover version of this vehicle. The powertrain and stuff like that is very similar. So a little bit of history about the M Series, or the Infiniti midsize luxury sedan. So I guess the first one in the US market was the J35. The J35 was a cool design. It was based off the Nissan 300ZX platform. Then when they phased out the J35, we had the M45, which came out. The M45, I guess, was the first M vehicle. It really had this kind of polarizing, chiseled, angular styling. It was designed by the Perforated design studio. I love the way it looks. It was only available with a V8 and rear-wheel drive, so it was kind of limited as far as people who would buy. But it was like a hot rod Infiniti, 345 horsepower, rear-wheel drive. Really cool looks. Then after that, they had the M Series come out with the M35 and the M45. That came out in 2006. That was the second generation of the M. They made that generation from 2006 to 2010. Great vehicle. If you can find a nice example of one of those. It's a little bit different design, but they're very reliable, very awesome vehicles. And then for the last generation of the M, the third generation, that came out in 2011. So this 2012 is the second year of the third generation of the M Series. So basically we had the third generation M from 2011 to 2019, what was discontinued. They changed the name to the Q70 in 2014, but pretty much it changed in name only. They did make some small updates here and there, but pretty much a Q70 is the same thing as an M37 or M56 depending on which engine you had. So it's a little bit of M history for you. So this is the last version of the M Series. It's a great vehicle, and to this day Infiniti has not replaced this vehicle with another product yet. We have the compact Q50, but we don't have a midsize luxury sedan in our product line. Hopefully they'll come out with something, but like I said, this has been a great vehicle for us. It's largely based off the Nissan 370Z platform. The advanced front chip platform is the same one they use in the Nissan Z. We also find this platform in the G35, G37, and this platform is still used today in the 2023 Q50 and Q60, even though they have different engines now. But from a reliability standpoint, a lot of enthusiasts, they like the 3.7 liter V6. Even in our own shop, we have some Infiniti owners in our own shop, and they tend to gravitate towards a naturally aspirated 3.7 liter V6 versus the twin turbo VR30, which is a newer version of the engine that replaced the 3.7. Just the 3.7's robust, they're making it for a long time. And about the complication of forced induction, it's a little less complicated, a little bit more reliable. You know, so I've seen these powertrains in the various Infiniti products of 200,000+ miles still running strong, and I don't see any reason why it couldn't be the case for this one. So this particular one is very nicely equipped with features. You have this beautiful perforated leather interior. You can see that the leather is in excellent shape. We have a moonroof. We also have heated and air-conditioned front seats. I just had the air-conditioned seats on. It's actually kind of getting a little warm out there, so the air-conditioned seats on. It actually has a little AC unit under each seat, and it blows air-conditioned air through the perforated holes. Sometimes these systems can break, and it can be expensive to fix them, but this one seems to be working great. You have these nice air-conditioned seats. Likewise, you can put it on heated mode, and the fan will blow warm air through the perforated holes in the seats. Here we have a drive mode selector that will make changes to the transmission and shift points, steering efforts. You have snow, eco, standard, and sport. Here we have a 7-speed automatic transmission. You can put it in manual shift mode. You can push up to upshift, back to downshift. It'll give you rev match downshift for a sportier sound and feel. Beautiful interior wood trim. We have that traditional analog clock. Infiniti got away from the analog clock. I think it's kind of a bummer. I thought it was a nice, elegant touch. This one has a navigation system. It has a rear parking camera. It has a great sounding Bose audio system. It has the automatic dimming mirror of universal garage door opener. It has a power adjustable steering wheel that tilts and telescopes. And everything is working fantastic. The steering wheel is also heated. We have memory seats. We have power folding mirrors. And everything is working fantastic. Being a mid-sized luxury sedan, I almost called it Q70, the M37 is definitely a great vehicle for someone to consider that's looking for a nice, luxurious car. Like the things like the heated and cooled seats, that's something that was never offered on the Q50 or the G37 sedan. So you definitely have a lot more luxury amenities on the M series / Q series, Q70 series versus the smaller, you know, G35, G37 or Q50 equivalent. As far as performance goes, this thing has a V6 pumping out close to 330 horsepower through a 7-speed automatic transmission. Like I said, pretty much the same engine you have in the Nissan 370Z. So if this balanced advanced Perforated platform, you have handling, braking, and acceleration that is sports car-like, yet it's a very elegant, comfortable luxury sedan. It almost has two personalities, you know. You can kind of do it easy, does it driving Miss Daisy type driving. And it'll be perfectly fine doing that, but you know, you get into some curvy roads, you start getting to the throttle, this thing will deliver some wonderful engine sounds and some wonderful handling and performance. You know, obviously as the years go along, it's going to be harder to find clean examples like this. A lot of times, you know, vehicles of over 100,000 miles that are over 10 years old, they just have too many issues. They're in too rough of condition for us to sell on our lot. Usually we'll send them to the auction and they'll end up in some, you know, secondary used car shack somewhere on the side of the road. But this particular example, obviously, since we opted to buy it from our service customer, is a really nice, clean example. So thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hopefully see you soon and have a wonderful day.